Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the FIFA 20 career mode with Arsenal. The beginning of Season 2 is now underway. We have a manager rating of 74. Somehow we survived the first season despite not winning anything. But I'm excited for Season 2. We've got some players in mind that I'm looking to potentially bring into the club. I've got some players that I'm looking to sell. However, I want to keep it somewhat realistic. I'm not going to spend 300 million on Mbappe and all of this crazy stuff. I want to keep it somewhat realistic, staying to the core of this team. And this season, I need to, I think, really make sure that I am playing some of the youngsters, because in a couple of seasons when we are fighting for the Champions League title, we're going to need those youngsters to be at a higher level than they are right now. For example, Saka is 71 rated, and he is technically my backup to Pepe out on that right wing, because I don't really want to bring in another winger. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting start to the season. We will see what we're going to do. Let's have a look at the objectives overview. So they want me to reach the final of the Champions League. Yeah, thanks, board. I really appreciate that. Well, first of all, no, that just isn't going to happen. There is no way my team is ready for that. They want me to reach the semi-final of the FA Cup. I would actually like to go one step further, reach the final and win it, ideally. And they want me to win the Premier League title. Now, I think that one's a little bit scuffed because of the bugs and the glitches in career mode. I was able to have a very strong first season in the Premier League when really I should have been finishing third, fourth, maybe even fifth, sixth. So it is one of those things. They want me to win the title, go one step further, and this time maybe beat Liverpool to it. I'm sure they will be right up there. It's going to be interesting to see how the table looks at the end of this season. It kind of fixed itself towards the end of last season. We started seeing Man City coming through, and Liverpool, of course, won it in the end. This season, it might be different. They want me to, well, it's a medium priority, but they would still like me to do some of the youth development stuff here. Now, the problem is, I don't know if I like the youth academy system in FIFA, and I haven't liked it for a long time. So I don't know if I'm going to make use of it in this series. So I'm sorry if that's what you guys want me to do and bring in some unknown, completely randomly generated players into the squad. I'm just not feeling it. I don't think I want to do that. So although it's a medium, I'm probably going to pass on that one. Brand exposure is our critical one. The most important thing, apparently, at the club. Says it all. That's football these days. It's all about the brand exposure, all about the money, right? We've completed the short-term goal, which was gain 135 million from shirt sales. We did that, I think, about 2/3 of the way through last season. And we're halfway there on the long-term goal. So we're getting there. Financial is low. Just keep player salary growth under 15%. Now, the players that I want to sell are kind of on high wages. For example, Mesut Ozil, I don't think he has a future at Arsenal in real life, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to match it. I'm going to go ahead and probably sell him in this window, and that will free up wages, so I don't think I'm in any danger of spending more on wages this season than we were last season. Domestic success, win the title, of course, and reach the semi-final of the FA Cup. Continental is to reach the final of the Champions League, which, yeah, I've already mentioned. I don't know how I feel about that one. You might have seen there, the budget is ridiculous. So finishing second in the Premier League gave us about 140 million on top of the money I already had, which was around, I think, 70 towards the end of the season, something like that. We now have over 200 million to spend, but again, apologies if you want to see a career mode where I blast 500 million in 2 seasons. Well, that ain't just... It's not going to happen. I'm not going to do that. It will ruin the series. I want to keep this somewhat realistic. I'm looking to spend half this, maybe even less than that. So the wage and the transfer budget is irrelevant. I'm not spending 200 million. It would completely ruin the feel of this squad. Now, talking of this squad, what do we do? And why are all my players unhappy? Is it because it's been the summer and they haven't been playing? We've got a few players on international duty, and Torreira's one of them, but he's still unhappy. We have work to do here. We've got players that are just not happy at the moment. A lot of them are unhappy, and that, of course, affects their stats, their growth. So we need to make sure that we get winning straight away. I was going to do the pre-season tournament, but because of the bugs and glitches from Season 1, apparently it can be caused by the pre-season tournament. I've already explained why, so I won't go through it again, but it's not a good idea. Don't do the pre-season tournament until they fix career mode. So unfortunately, we're not going to get the opportunity to play some of the youngsters in that, and in turn get some of these players happy. Now we do have Saliba. I was so excited to get him back. He was, I think, 75 rated at the end of last season and started the new season, and now he's 77. So he clearly got a massive boost, as did a few other players. Who am I talking? Pepe's up to 86 now. Guendouzi is now potential to be special, so his dynamic potential has worked in his favour for sure. He played pretty much all our games last season, so that means he's going to have a potential of at least, I think it's 90 or more, which is craziness. Who else grew quite a lot over the summer? Smith Rowe, all of a sudden, is 72 rated. Unbelievable. We've got Nketiah back, 21 years old, 74 rated. Quick update on Willock. I've made him a cam because if we're selling Ozil, I thought it'd be balancing out the squad a little bit to have another. It's OCD basically. I needed to change him to cam, so I'll show you my transfer list in a moment. Which players I'm going to sell and which players I want to bring in. Another player that grew over the summer is Valerie. I think at the end of the season he was 71 and he's now 73. So dynamic potential is a thing for sure. It is working. A lot of these players I'm sure have improved potentials, but also maybe a few of them don't. I'm thinking Kolasinac probably is not going to grow anymore. His potential I believe is 81 or 82 in FIFA. I guarantee you it's not anymore. Mesut Ozil, I don't think he would have had a higher potential, but I'm surprised he hasn't gone down. Aubameyang is still down by 1. He started 88. I thought maybe he'd go up to 88 again from 87, but that hasn't happened. So let's go into the squad hub here, and I will show you who I'm looking to sell. Remember, we do not have Mkhitaryan or El Neni coming back from loan because, of course, I didn't have the updated squads, so I just removed them from the team. But as of right now, I'm happy with my goalkeepers. Don't need to do anything there. I'm happy with my left-backs. Don't need to do anything there. Centre-backs, I am very happy with it, but my two main centre-backs are 77 and 79 rated, which, I mean, going into the Champions League isn't quite high enough, is it really? We've got Chambers, who's now 77 rated. Mavropanos back from his loan, 72. Socrates is 84 rated, but my God, he's so clunky and slow in this game. I'm not enjoying using him. I think he's probably going to leave at the end of this season. He's got his contract expiring in 12 months, so I don't know if we'll sign him up. David Luiz also running out of contract. We've got Bellerin and Valerie as my right-back options, and of course Maitland-Niles can play there too. We've got Torreira, Guendouzi, Maitland-Niles, Granit Xhaka, Mesut Ozil and Willock, and Smith Rowe as my midfielders. We've then got Nelson, Martinelli as the left wingers, Pepe and Saka as the right wingers, and then we have 4 strikers. Really good strikers as well. And Nketiah will get minutes this season, I'm sure. But in terms of players that I want to sell, I'm looking at moving on Mesut Ozil. I'm looking to potentially move on Granit Xhaka as well. Yes, he may be captain, but he ain't my captain, and he is. I don't need to talk about it really. In FIFA, he's even worse. He's so slow. The only good thing about Granit Xhaka, 2 good things: his passing and his shooting. Otherwise, I don't play him. So I might as well sell him and bring in a centre midfielder, or I don't know, Ceballos, bring him back. He's at Real Madrid now, so maybe sell Xhaka, bring in Ceballos. I'm keeping all of these guys. I am thinking maybe of just selling David Luiz. He's been a little bit not so sure. I think I'd rather keep Socrates over David Luiz. So he's not transfer listed, but I might see what offers come in for him. So we'll transfer list him. Mavropanos, is he ever going to get into this team? We've got Saliba, Holding, Chambers and Socrates all ahead of him. And I am thinking of bringing in a top-class centre-back like Longley, something like that. So, again, I think I'm going to entertain some offers. Let's see what happens. Now, if I go into my transfer hub, you will see I have 3 players listed: Longley, Ceballos and Maddison. 3 players that would greatly improve the squad, and 3 players that I love to use in FIFA and I think would be great fun for this career mode. So I am thinking of buying all 3 of these players as my transfer window. I think that might just be it. Longley's going to be the expensive one. We're looking at probably 70, 80 million to sign him. I see the comments, people saying go for Umtiti instead, but I signed him last year. I want to go with something different. And Longley is, I think he's one of my favourite centre-backs in this game, 100%. I love the fact that he's so good at passing. The other option is Laporte from Man City, but I don't know about that one. Ceballos, definitely want to bring him back. He was awesome last season, and I think he's I've got a feeling we're going to get him in real life as well. I think he might end up staying. It really depends on how much game time he gets this season, I guess. And Maddison, of course, just unreal player, and I would love to get him. So, yeah, I think what we're going to do is... I think I might go in for Maddison and offer Xhaka as like a swap deal. And then maybe offer Mesut Ozil for Ceballos. Let's give that a go. So this episode is not going to be gameplay. It is going to be a transfer special. It's probably going to be a longer video than normal. 30 minutes plus at least. We're dealing with Zidane, of course. Let's see what he's going to do for me. So 35 million as the value. It's pretty fair, I would say. We're going to try and offer Mesut. I don't think this will go through, but we'll see. Doesn't look good. Normally a box would appear. And no. They're looking for a striker, a fullback, or a centre-back. I could try and offer David Luiz. And of course, I don't need to. I've got so much money, but I might as well try and shift players, you know? Okay, let's try David Luiz here. I think he's not going to be wanted either. Okay, fair enough. We will offer a transfer fee here. 35 million. I'm guessing they're going to want probably upwards of 45. So let's be somewhat safe here. I'm going to offer 45 as my starting offer. And let's see if that gets accepted. We're probably looking at 130, 140 million to sign all three players. And then, of course, I'm selling players, which will bring down my net spend. 45 is a fair offer. Okay, so maybe I could have done a little bit less there, but I just did not want to upset Zidane there and, you know, ruin the deal completely. Let's try Maddison next and maybe offer Granit Xhaka. Would he even get into that Leicester team? Absolutely no way. When you've got Ndidi, you've got Tielemans, you've got even Pratt now, and Maddison, who of course I'm trying to sign, I don't think Xhaka gets anywhere near it. The fact he gets into the Arsenal team, just, crazy, isn't it? Okay, let's try. I, again, don't think it's going to go through, but we're going to try. He's worth 23 million. That's more than Maddison. They have accepted it. But they would want 13.5 million in return. Fair deal? I don't think so, considering he's worth more value-wise. But of course, Maddison is actually worth more. He's younger. He's English, of course. That adds value in the Premier League. We're going to go ahead and reduce this to just 10.5. I think if they can come to 10.5, that would be a pretty decent deal. And there you go. That's a better offer. We can agree on that. So, 2 signings potentially in the bag here. Ceballos for 45. Maddison for Xhaka plus 10.5. What do we do about Longley? What do we do? Do I offer David Luiz? I think so. I think we try at least. This is going to be a very expensive deal. Oh, look, it's the same agent. What are the odds of that? Or the same manager, I should say. Offer a transfer fee. Again, I want to play it safe. I want to go in with 60, I think. Oh, we're probably looking at 70, though, minimum. Okay, so they are going to accept this, but they're going to come back with, what, 70 plus 5%? Oh! Wow! That is a lot of money. 86.5, roughly, and 5% sell-on clause. Okay, how about this? We come down to 77.5, and I will give you 10% sell-on clause. How about that, Mr. Manager? And that's a fair offer. Okay, so if we sell him, 10% of that profit will go back to Barcelona. But that's fine by me, because I won't sell him. I very much doubt it anyway. So that is 3 players all lined up. The question is, am I actually going to be able to sell some of the other players and make up for these wages? Because, of course, these wages are going to be high. Longley, I mean, he's on, what, 180k? 200k! Woo! That's a lot of money. Let's do him first, then. We have the money to spend, of course, but I just didn't want to spend it all, and we won't. This is going to be it. If I sign these 3 players, I will not make any other changes to the squad unless something crazy happens. A player gets sold without my knowledge or whatever, you know, without my control. So, Longley, you're on 200k. What are we going to have to do to get you to come down on that? We're going to give him the crucial squad role. He wants a release clause of 134 million. Woo! We're going to deny it. Maybe I could have accepted it, but release clauses are not a good idea. So, is he going to offer me a cut price here? He's not. That makes things a little bit tricky. What is the maximum I'm willing to pay? I think 200 is the absolute maximum. I don't really want to go over 200. So, I will try 150k, and I'm going to offer him $1 million up front. I think he'll accept that. And, oh, okay, we were very close. He's actually going down to 140 here, but he wants a clean sheet bonus. We're going to remove that, and I'm going to come up to 160 here and 1.25, just because why not? He'll accept that. I'm guaranteeing it. Boom. It's not quite what my client was hoping for, but he'll do the deal. Get in there. We have just signed one of the best centre-backs in world football. How about that then? Moving on. Ceballos up next. Another La Liga talent. But of course, he is an Arsenal man now. We already know he wants to come here. We just need to get the numbers right. So, wow, look at my budget. That is a lot of it gone. 160k per week. I think we can do better than that. We're going to go with important, but I'm guessing he wants crucial. And, yep, he wants crucial. The odd thing is he doesn't actually get in my first team. I go with Torreira and Guendouzi in his position. And then, of course, Maddison's going to come in at cam. But maybe Ceballos gets in ahead of Maddison. Maybe he goes in ahead of Guendouzi. I don't know. I love Guendouzi, man. He's too good. 5-year contract. That's absolutely fine. No release clause. Good job. Right. The interesting moment here. Is he going to offer me? He isn't. Okay. Similar to Longley, I think he will come down on these wages. I don't think he'll ask for more than 120. So let's do that, and again, a cheeky $1 million, just to make sure he doesn't steam out of the room here. Or storm out, I should say. He's thinking about it, and done deal. I think he was on higher wages when he was on loan. That's pretty cool. Okay, 2 signings done. Oh my god, we're going through this way too easily. I'm clearly overpaying, but who cares? We've got the money, and I'm still yet to sell some players. Maddison is up next. This guy, I can only dream that we actually do sell Mesut Ozil at some point, and we bring in a player like Maddison. He is exactly what we need at Arsenal. He is just Arsenal DNA, if you ask me. The way he plays football, I love it. He wants rotation. I will take it. He's getting in the first team as well. Okay, 5 years. We're going to offer him. And that's good. His player face looks incredible, by the way. That looks photorealistic almost. Okay, no release clause. Fine by me. And the moment of truth. Is he going to want more? And he wants me to offer. Okay, he's going to want more than he's on. So what's the most I will go to? Probably 100. So I'm going to offer him 90. 90,000 per week. I think that's probably less than he would get in real life. And there you go. Again, probably overpaying. But I've got the job done. 3 signings in a row. No problems. Still got a lot of money left. But we're going to sell some players next. We need some offers coming in. But now we get the fun job of checking them out in my team and putting them in. So we now have Longley coming in at centre-back. That means we put Holding onto the bench. And Longley comes in there. Just look how much that improves my team. He's already the highest rated player along with Aubameyang. And he's 25. Unbelievable signing. Then we have Maddison coming in. We're going to go ahead and take out Martinez and put Ozil on the bench. Ceballos, that's why. That's who I was missing. So that goes like that. And then we've got Mesut Ozil potentially leaving. Okay. Now, squad numbers. I love this bit as well. Longley is, of course, going to get number 4. Because I believe that's available. Yeah, he's already got number 4. Is there another one that's... I think number 4 looks good. Or do I give him 6 and give Saliba number 4? Oh, that's a tough one. I believe Saliba's actually got number 17 for Arsenal. At least that's what he's been wearing when he's in training at Arsenal. I think 4 and 6 is okay. I think we'll leave that as it is. We then have Ceballos, number 8. And then we have James Maddison. I want him to have number 10. Mesut Ozil's going, so I'm taking his number. James Maddison gets number 10. Mesut Ozil has number 7 for now. That looks so wrong. How can we have number 7 available and not sign a brand new winger? It's not going to happen. I'm not going to do it. Right, let's get into training. Let's go ahead and add in some drills here. So I'm thinking we go with Saka because he is lower rated and we need some of my youngsters to improve vastly this season. So we're going to go with his dribbling, race against the clock, I guess. Improve his dribbling and ball control. Not that his sprint speed and agility really needs any help. We're also going to improve his passing. So pass to the mini net. And then we will do his shooting as well. All 3 drills that are very important for a winger. Long shots, I guess. Volleys and heading. Yeah, why not just improve a few more stats while we're there? Now, the other player I want to add in is either Willock, Guendouzi, or Saliba. I think Saliba goes in. He's a big part of what I want to do. So we'll improve his defending because he's a defender. That makes sense. And we will also improve his dribbling. Race against the clock, ball control, agility, and dribbling. All very important for modern day centre-backs. So let's go ahead and do that. Great start for Saka there, getting a B and an A. Very nice indeed. And now we just wait for some offers to come in. I wanted to show you the table to show you who's come up from the Championship. So we have Birmingham coming up, Cardiff, and Fulham. Welcome back, Fulham. Okay, and we have Cardiff Stadium, Fulham Stadium. Does Birmingham have their stadium in the game? I don't think they do. So that'll be the only time we play at a generic stadium. We've got an email coming in. It's a loan offer for Mavropanos. And there is confirmation of the transfer budget increase. So 1-year deal for Mavropanos on loan at... don't want to let him go to Lyon. I don't think I'm going to use Mavropanos. And if anything, I think I'd rather sell. So I'm going to reject this. Because now we've brought in Longley, we can comfortably sell 2 centre-backs. David Luiz and Mavropanos, I think, are going to be my preferred players to sell. Let's go ahead and do the training again. Once again, Saka doing pretty well there. I think if I can get him to at least 75 rated by the end of the season, that would be very successful. Transfer offer for Mavropanos now. 5.6 million from Saint Etienne. They just lost Saliba to us, and now they want one of our players. Should I be nice? They've offered pretty much what I would expect. Do you know what? Saint Etienne, you can have him. Thank you for Saliba. You can have Mavropanos in return, who is a very good player, no doubt about it. Why is it popping up when I've got no emails? Okay, transfer offer here for David Luiz, and it's AS Monaco. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. 2 centre-backs, gone. I'm not going to be emotional over it. David Luiz has been here for a year, and he wasn't that good for me. I'd rather keep Socrates, for example. Lyon, 7.3 million. It's less than AS Monaco, but if it breaks down, at least he is going to another club. We've got a backup option there. Any other offers coming in? Oh. I think they've... oh. Okay. So, David Luiz has not gone to Monaco. Is he going to go to Lyon instead? I hope so. Mavropanos has gone. That's confirmation. We can do training again here. By the way, our first game of the season is against Tottenham. Okay, it's going to be an interesting one to start the season with a North London derby, man. Has that ever happened before? I don't know. But Saka is now 72 rated. Good start there. And there we have it. David Luiz has been sold to Lyon. 5.5 million. Thank you for your 12 months. I appreciate it, David Luiz. You scored the other day for Arsenal in real life, but you didn't score for me, unfortunately. And now a little bit of training here for Saliba to get closer to 78. Man, I wish they had his face scan in this game. That would have been cool. But we are fast approaching the start of the season here. Still no offers for Mesut Ozil. And there we have it. 78 rated already. God, training is busted. It is so quick. It really is. Saliba is already 78 rated in my save. Wow. That is pretty unbelievable. Still no offers coming in for Mesut Ozil. I need to just double check that I've actually got him up for sale, I think. And I've just seen Maddison's gone up to 82 already. So, who was the other players I wanted to sell? It's just Mesut, isn't it? Oh, I haven't got him transfer listed. Well done, Matt. Good job. I'm pretty sure I did, but clearly not. No, I'm happy with that. Morale is still a little bit low at the moment for some players, but what better way to improve morale than beating Tottenham in the North London derby? Saka is 73 already. Holy moly, that was so quick. Hey boss, I'm surprised, but a bit glad that you have taken steps without me having to ask. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to say I can't guarantee you playtime. It's the nicest way of saying it, even though it is just quite simply, I don't want you anymore. We have had an offer, and it's from Man City. There is no way. I'm sorry. This isn't the Wenger era anymore. We're not selling our best players to Man City and Man United. So he's not going. There's no way. It has to be outside of the Premier League. And Wolves. Again, that's not going to happen. I do not want to give him to another Premier League team. So, oh God, we haven't got any players with the leadership trait, I don't think. That's interesting. I don't think we have any. Oh dear. Who should be captain? I want Bellerin to have it, but I guess he's not the best choice. That's interesting. I have no leaders in this squad. No proper leaders that can be captain. So I'm just going to pick Bellerin. I hope that they just stop emailing me about it. Did they suggest a different player? Let's have a look. Inbox. It's gone. Great. Did I delete it? I must have accidentally deleted it. So Maitland-Niles wants to play. There's bigger games ahead. I'm sorry, you're not playing this one. But of course, that is going to be the end of this video. We've signed 3 incredible players. We've still got 1 player to sell in Mesut Ozil there. And I think that's it. I think I'm happy with the squad. In fact, I'm really happy with the squad. I think it's superb. We've got some great players coming through. First team is stronger than it was. And I cannot wait to get started. So thank you so much for watching this episode. We'll be back next time with the game against Tottenham, and we'll be having 3 debuts. Longley, Saliba and Maddison will be starting. Wait, Ceballos doesn't count. No, that's not a debut. So you've got that to look forward to. I really appreciate you watching, and I will see you next time.